Hey guys, welcome back. Today, let's talk about exfoliation for sensitive and rosacea-prone skin. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dr. Jenny Liu. I'm a board-certified dermatologist, and today we're going to talk about how to exfoliate when you have sensitive and even rosacea-prone skin. So first of all, before we talk about exfoliation for sensitive skin, ask yourself, does your skin need exfoliation? Not everybody needs to exfoliate. If you have fairly healthy skin, no really particular skin concerns, for example, concerns of anti-aging, dullness, hyperpigmentation, you may not need to exfoliate. Exfoliation is something that our skin does naturally when it's happy and healthy and hydrated. Moisturizing your skin and cleansing will encourage your skin to desquamate and exfoliate on a regular basis, which your skin does every 28 to 30 days. It's only when there are particular concerns, and as we get older, that this natural phenomena that our skin does on a regular basis kind of is dulled or slows down. So number one is asking yourself, do you need to exfoliate? If you find yourself needing to exfoliate and have sensitive skin or even have rosacea prone skin, this is where you want to be mindful of the frequency of exfoliation, the products that you exfoliate with, and also when you should be exfoliating. So let's talk about all of these in a little more detail. First and foremost, when you should be exfoliating. Number one, average, I would say, even for those who don't have sensitive skin, you should not be exfoliating more than 2 to 3 times a week. Even though on the market, the products say daily exfoliating pads, daily exfoliating toners, it's really their way of trying to get you to use their products so you can purchase more. And also, these brands are under the assumption that this product is all that you are going to be using, which for most people, that is not true. Many of us are using cleansers, toners, serums, different moisturizers, etc., right? And so all of this is going to just potentially be a buildup for more irritation, and that is not what you want when you have super sensitive and rosacea prone skin. So start off once a week, gradually build up maybe to 2 times a week, but I would say no more than 3 times a week. And this is where, if you are into that new trend, it's not really a new trend, but just a new terminology, that skin cycling, you can certainly alternate an appropriate exfoliant with your topical retinol, or what have you that you are using at night. And by all means, do not do it daily. Number 2 is make sure you are using the exfoliating products when your skin barrier is healthy. If you have an rosacea flare where your skin is really red, inflamed, you have a lot of those pimple-like bumps, this is probably not the best time to exfoliate, because that will just further add to more irritation and cause more flare up of your rosacea. Similarly, another condition we see that commonly occurs in rosacea-prone skin is something called perioral dermatitis. I have a whole video on perioral dermatitis, which I'll link below in the description box. But essentially, it's kind of these acne-like bumps, little tiny pimple-like bumps that occurs around the nose, the mouth. Some people even get it around the eyes. But that is actually a form of irritation, skin irritation, and commonly occurs in individuals that may just erupt it out of the blue, but they just keep on using different skincare products in hopes of removing those bumps, and it just keeps getting worse. That is your skin screaming at you and telling you it's too much, I'm irritated. And so when I see those patients in office, I actually prescribe them anti-inflammatory medications, whether it's topical or orally, to really calm down those bumps and then gradually have them ease their way into their skin products again. So when your skin is inflamed, red, itchy, bumpy, this is not the time to exfoliate. Lastly, make sure you're using the proper exfoliant for your skin. So here, instead of going with a glycolic acid, and there's nothing wrong with using glycolic acid, and certainly if you have sensitive skin and you've been using a glycolic acid product for years and haven't had an issue, by all means stick with it. But if you're new or find glycolic acid fairly irritating, changing to an lactic acid, mandelic acid, or polyhydroxy acid would be a better and safer option. Even though all of these acids belong in the alpha hydroxy acid category, lactic, mandelic, and polyhydroxy acid are much larger molecules. And so what that means is, compared to glycolic acid, these are a little slower, less irritating, which means it's better tolerated. So now let's get into some of the products. And this is where you kind of have quite a bit of flexibility, and you have to just figure out what's going to work best for your skin, what you're looking for, and what makes most sense in your routine, right? But the easiest, if you're new to exfoliation and you're worried about getting irritation, is to start off with an exfoliating cleanser. Usually with cleansers, the short contact time of your skin, unless, there are really scrubs, which I recommend limiting the use. For the most part, you can use it on a regular basis and they're fairly gentle. So this is the only exception to the rule where exfoliating cleansers are probably going to be okay to use on a daily basis unless it contains those exfoliating beads, which I recommend then, if that is the case, limiting to 1 to 2 times weekly, because the physical scrubs are going to just cause too much irritation. So 2 recent favorites of mine, one I've talked about in the past, is from Glytone, their mild gel cleanser. And this contains 4.7% glycolic acid, and it's just a gel, nice foaming gel cleanser that's not overly stripping your skin moisture barrier, and contains alpha hydroxy acid. And for those individuals that use a vitamin C serum, certainly using it, just in general, using it in a glycolic acid based or alpha hydroxy acid based cleanser to acidify your skin a little bit may arguably help your vitamin C serum penetrate a little bit better, but that's just another tidbit on the side. But this is a great one to consider using on a daily basis. Another one that is relatively new that I have been loving, that's super gentle, is from Aveeno. Their Calm and Restore Nourishing PHA Exfoliator. So this is a very nice creamy wash. You just apply it on your skin, let it sit for a few minutes, and you can either rinse it off or just wipe it away with a gentle towel. I mean, it's that gentle. It has almost the consistency of a creamy cleanser, if you will. And so certainly something to consider if you have extra dry skin. So in addition to the polyhydroxy acid that's in here, also contains oat-based ingredients, oat oils, and other really soothing ingredients that's universally found in the Calm and Restore line that I think is really great for those with more sensitive skin. Okay, now going into liquid toners. Liquid toners, in my mind, I think of them as leave-on exfoliants, but just applied with a cotton pad. Certainly you can apply it with your hands, but it's meant to be left on. So here, because they're not cleansers, I don't recommend using them more than 3 times a week, as we talked about. The first one is from Medigate, Press and Clear Exfoliating 2% BHA Toner. So you're probably thinking, you just mentioned, lactic acid, mandelic acid, polyhydroxy acid, but did not mention BHA. The reason why I incorporated this one in the video today is because it is ultra gentle. I recently did a collaboration with Medigate on this product, and so had to test it myself for some time. It contains 2% salicylic acid, which is great as an exfoliant, helps with oiliness, helps with acne prone skin. So certainly these are concerns that can be found in those with rosacea and sensitive skin, right? And so if you are one of those individuals and you want something a little bit more that can target the shine and the acne, I recommend this one. It's formulated in this gentle release formulation, essentially, that's kind of encapsulated, that really allows you to use it on a more of a regular basis without getting irritation. And I actually use it myself every morning for about 2 weeks and did not get irritated at all. In fact, it also has tranexamic acid that helps with hyperpigmentation. But in fact, when you actually put it on your skin, it's actually it has more of like a richer formulation, if you will. It's not like a liquid where you put on your skin and you feel like your skin is drier after using it. This one, I find my skin to be more hydrated afterwards. This is something I highly recommend. Similarly, one from drugstores that I've been trying out that I've been liking that's also fragrance free is from Neutrogena, and it's their Skin Perfection, the pink bottle that is formulated for dry skin and contains 7% glycolic acid and gluconolactone, which is a form of polyhydroxy acid. In addition, also formulated with hyaluronic acid that helps to keep your skin moisture barrier hydrated. And it's in a liquid formulation. And this is something that I think is fairly affordable, easily accessible, that is just another option out there that I think is more suitable for sensitive skin. So something worth checking out if you haven't. For those who are more into pads, Exuviance has a gentle daily exfoliating pad. Again, with the name, I definitely do not recommend using it on a daily basis unless you've tried it yourself and you tolerate it. But this is an exfoliating pad that contains a blend of polyhydroxy acids along with vitamin C and E and other antioxidants and cucumber extracts and green tea that's soothing and calming. And so this is great to use a few times a week in the morning or at night, but something that's fairly gentle that is available if you are more into exfoliating pads. pads. Similarly, Dennis Gross has another daily exfoliating pad for sensitive skin that contains polyhydroxy acid as well. In addition, I believe it has lactic acid in there, and it's a 2-step peel and a neutralizer. I find that to be a great treat yourself spa day, where it's almost to me like a more involved chemical peel. And even though it can be used daily, I would caution test it out first and maybe start off with like once or twice a week and just leave it at that. But that is another option that is out there for those who are looking for a chemical peel pad for sensitive skin. Okay, now moving on to serums. There are a few serums that I like for sensitive skin. One serum that I really like that is very nourishing because of the formulation, also adds additional anti-aging benefits. It's from Drunk Elephant, Protini Powerpeptide Resurf Serum. And this contains 10% lactic acid in addition to a blend of peptides, which may offer some anti-aging benefits in helping to improve fine lines and wrinkles. But the 10% lactic acid will certainly help to exfoliate, help to hydrate, help to plump the skin, and reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles as well. The reason I love this one is when you pump it out, it's more of like a richer, oily serum. So it's very nourishing. It's certainly not drying at all and doesn't burn much. So this is one I highly recommend if you are more into serums and want to try something that is not as irritating. Another lactic acid that I've used this year that I've really liked, I actually used quite a bit throughout my pregnancy, is from Peach and Lily. And it's their Power Cocktail Lactic Acid Repair Serum that contains 10% lactic acid as well as ginseng, red algae, and other antioxidants. This is a really nice one. This one is more in a gel formulation, so it can occasionally burn, but I find this to be really nice if you're looking for that kind of dewy glass skin to use a few times a week. And it's fairly well tolerated overall compared to, you know, like one that contains glycolic acid. Lastly, you can consider incorporating a moisturizer with exfoliating ingredients and use that as your exfoliant. And moisturizers, for the most part, because they're going to be hydrating and more nourishing, is usually less likely to cause burning and irritation with use. The one that I absolutely love that is slightly on the pricier side, but I think it's absolutely worth it, especially if you have really dry and mature skin, is from Neostrata, their Bionic cream. And it's this ultra rich cream that contains 12% polyhydroxy acid, and you can use it nightly as your rich nighttime moisturizer. And that 12% polyhydroxy acid is going to be great at over time helping to remove some of that dullness, uneven skin texture, and skin tone, but really act as a great humectant and antioxidant, and is not irritating at all just with the formulation, and also just in general because polyhydroxy acids are fairly well tolerated. So that is a great one. If you're not sure what to use, I highly recommend checking that out. Another one I mentioned before in my previous video that I really have been loving is from Glytone. And it's the Peptide Overnight Restorative Cream. This contains a blend of peptides as well as glycolic acid. And here, the glycolic acid, because it's in a rich cream formulation, it's fairly gentle, and I have not had an issue with having discomfort and burning on my skin. You know, my skin has been fairly sensitive during pregnancy, and there are nights where I couldn't put anything on but just a moisturizer. And so this is one that I have not had any issues, and certainly with the peptides can be a great substitute for addressing signs of aging. If you can't use retinoids for some reason and you have a hard time tolerating exfoliants, just using this after cleansing can be a great way of incorporating an exfoliant into your skin, but also helping to nourish your skin and improving dullness, uneven skin texture, and skin tone. Lastly, if you're more oily skin but find it your skin to be sensitive at times and want to try a moisturizer with chemical exfoliants, one that I really have enjoyed using in the past is from Some by Me. It's a K-beauty brand, and this contains a blend of AHA, BHA, PHA, as well as centella, 70% centella. And it's got this more medicinal smell because of the plant derivatives in this, but it is a green tinted gel cream formulation that is fairly lightweight and quick absorbing. And so this is just another moisturizer. Again, I would just recommend using this after cleansing and avoid any additional products if you have sensitive skin. But something else to try if you're not really into rich creams, this is one to consider adding into your routine. All right, guys, so those are my tips as well as some of my favorite exfoliants for those individuals that have sensitive skin and rosacea prone skin. I hope you find this video helpful. Do a comment below. Let me know if you've tried these products and which one you like. Let me know if there are other topics that you would like me to talk about. Again, I would love it if you can give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.